Strait of Hormuz reopening, these conditions set by Iran could decide what happens next. Iran has issued a sweeping list of demands that the United States must meet before the strategically vital Strait of Hormuz can fully reopen to maritime traffic, raising fresh uncertainty over the future of the major global shipping route. Mohammad Bagher Zlatger, Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, announced the conditions on Saturday in a statement carried by Iranian state media. His demands include an end to the U.S. naval blockade and sanctions against Iran, the withdrawal of American military forces from the region, compensation for war damages and the release of frozen Iranian assets. Zlatger also demanded an end to attacks against Iran's regional allies and to what Tehran describes as U.S. threats against Iran. The White House did not immediately respond to the demands. Under an earlier ceasefire agreement reached between Iran and the United States in June, sanctions were expected to be fully lifted only after a final agreement on Iran's nuclear program. U.S. officials have also previously maintained that Iran's frozen assets could be released only if Tehran agreed to give up its highly enriched uranium. The latest demands come as Iran and Oman continue negotiations over the future management and reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, the crucial waterway separating Iran from Oman in one of the world's most important energy shipping corridors. Iran effectively restricted traffic through the strait after the United States and Israel launched attacks against Iran in February. The disruption has since raised concerns over global oil supplies, shipping costs and energy prices. Zlatger's statement has complicated expectations that an agreement between Iran and Oman could soon restore normal commercial traffic through the waterway. It also puts additional pressure on U.S. President Donald Trump as Washington weighs how to contain the crisis while limiting the impact on energy prices and American consumers. Iranian officials had already indicated on Saturday that the reopening of Hormuz was unlikely to happen immediately. Hossein Mohebi, a spokesman for Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps, said reopening the waterway was not contingent on the Iran-Oman negotiations. Speaking to Tasnim, an Iranian outlet affiliated with the Guards, Mohebi said reopening the strait would depend on the United States fully accepting Iran's conditions. He did not provide a complete list of those conditions, but said Washington must not interfere in Iran's negotiations with Oman or other countries. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, meanwhile, said Iran and Oman were very close to reaching an agreement, according to Tasnim. However, the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz is contingent on other conditions, including the United States compensating for its violations of the Islamabad Memorandum, Araghchi was quoted as saying.